Hello, this is John Bowen, CEO of CEG Worldwide, and I'm excited to bring you the first word of the CEG Elite Advisor Report. And in this report, what I share with you each week is something that I believe is going to help you, in a very few minutes, begin to think about how you can get dramatic results for your clients and for yourself. And in this first word, what I want to do is touch on a question a very good friend of mine asked. Dan Sullivan from Strategic Coach. He's very famous for the D.O.S question. And what the D.O.S question is something that we all should be asking each and every time as we're thinking through strategically our business. The very first is, what dangers do we face? As we look forward in serving our clients well, what are some of the dangers? What are the opportunities? And then lastly, what are the strengths that we can build on? I just wanted to share with you, we ran a couple focus group meetings, and I wanted to share with you what we heard so that you can think about it as you do the strategic planning to better serve your clients well and do well by doing that. The very first is dangers. And one of the biggest dangers I see all over our industry is stagnant to modest growth of assets under management and net income for the principals. And this is a shame. We're coming out of 3 years of very volatile markets. Well, clients need us, but we haven't raised to the occasion. It was so easy prior to the downturn. Clients were just coming to most of us as financial advisors. So I'd like you to be thinking about that danger and how you're going to address that. Also, what we're being asked to do, many financial advisors report to us. We get the privilege of coaching hundreds of top financial advisors. They report to us that when they first come, they're going, John, I have little time or energy for new opportunities. The demands of delivering a high quality client experience are just taking a lot of time. Well, oftentimes that's because they have the wrong clients. And that so often when we started in our industry, it was pretty much anyone we could work with, we did. We didn't have a focus. We didn't have a niche. We didn't have a certain type of clients that we could solve their unique and most pressing financial challenges. So we have to look and see, how are we addressing that? What's our client experience? Is it systemic? Because that's, if we're going to build real value for our clients first and then for ourselves, we have to have a systemic way of delivering this custom solution to each client's unique needs, but it has to be building blocks. And what we see so often is that advisors don't feel they have a roadmap, and they're kind of caught up in this entrepreneurial fog, if you will. And to add to that fog is all the regulatory changes and compliance requirements. They're pretty unclear. We want to do things right, but we've got to make sure we're addressing those so that we're aware of that. Also, with all this going on, we got to remember we're in business to support the quality of life we want. And a big part of the quality of life we want for most of us is family and friends. So these are some of the real big dangers that we're facing. We've got to address. Now, the nice thing is if we're balancing that, I got to say the opportunities are even bigger. But we got to deal with the dangers because those are the distractions that keep us from realizing the opportunities. From an opportunities perspective is, first of all, there has been such an explosion of wealth over the last decade, really last 2 decades, that there are over 3 million households in the U.S. that want to work with an advisor if they have a compelling value proposition. So the demand for financial advice is great. With all that volatility, clients are looking for help. They want somebody to provide them leadership to make smart decisions about their money, that has a compelling value proposition that's going to inspire them to make those smart decisions. Now, with that, though, the ability for you to move up market, never been better. Why? Most of us as advisors diversify by asset class. Clients don't do that. They have $2 million of investable capital. or more, 97.5% have 2 or more financial advisors. And at 5 million or more, it's 5.7 financial advisors. They can't tell us apart, so they diversify. Look at the glass half empty, half full. Half empty is you got a lot of competition. Half full is your ability to come in and be a financial advisor serving the higher end of the market has never been better. And by delivering a great client experience, guess what? You can be the primary advisor and really manage the majority of the assets. Also, accountants and attorneys, they've been beaten down, a lot of fee pressure, competition. Now, grinding the business. Many of those, particularly not the national firms, but the local firms and mid-size or small regional firms, are really interested in joint business development if they believe you know what you're doing. We're having advisors create strategic alliances and just bring a steady flow of pre-qualified, pre-endorsed clients. It's a great way of doing business. And with all this volatility in the market, there's a lot of quality people who have been displaced. The talent pool and technology available for growth has never been better. And then the insights are available. At CEG, we go ahead and we are working. Every quarter, we're putting out a new white paper along the lines of the best practices of the lead advisors. I mean, and we're not the only ones. Maybe the best, but not the only one. And they're out there, on our website, our newsletter. Take advantage of these. Huge, huge lessons to be learned from the most successful. Now, what are some of the strengths? One, I got to tell you, most financial advisors I know investments. Now, some do it better than others, but they have a great knowledge of investments. And with the desire that clients have to make informed decisions about their money, you have the opportunity, if you're really going to play to your strength, is to inspire them to make the right decisions. Also, the client relationships and skills. They want a great experience. You have the ability to deliver it if you stay focused and systemic. Playing nicely with other professionals. There's 1,200 financial advisors who are netting $1 million or more each year for the last 3 years during this volatile period. What are they doing? Well, on average, they have 5 strategic relationships with accountants, attorneys, life insurance specialists, property casualty consultants, what have you. They have those relationships. Those other professionals have the clients by playing together and doing it well. Big difference. That's one of the biggest wins we see in our coaching programs. Strong teams, both internally and externally, to outsource. The ability to outsource has never been better. Competitive drive, entrepreneurial spirit, and then the top advisors. And if you are a top financial advisor or aspiring to be one, your openness to lifelong learning and coaching to help you make those smart decisions. Wow. What I'd like you to do is be aware of your dangers, recognize the opportunities, focus in on the right ones for you, and play to your strengths. Wishing you the best of success, because you know what? Your clients and your future clients are counting on you. Let's not let them down.